Hello. Yeah, in this video, I will do a little bit more additional practice or additional training in base R. So first, how do we ask for help in R? If we have a question about R function, we can always use the question mark and the function name, and it will uh, give us the help information. So for example, if we need to know what LS means, you can see on the right hand side the help window. It say LS is belong to the R package, the base R package, and it's for list objects. There's a descriptions, and then there's usage, like how do you um, like find out what are the different arguments you need to put into this function. And there's explanation about the definition of each argument. And then some details and some examples here, okay? And you should really develop this habit, always ask for help um, in R so that you will learn more, teach yourself actually more and more about R functions. Another example is RM, that's for the removing objects. And also, for example, if you want to learn more about the t-test, so it's a t-dot test. So it tells you it's a student t-test, and give you all the informations. If you want to learn about ANOVA, it's AOV. And this is the way you're really looking for information in R. Second point is how to create objects, and we can use the assignment arrow, which is the arrow. So say we assign 15 to A, then it is A is 15, or we can use the equal sign. A equal to 16, and A is 16 here. We can also assign a numerical vector, say 1, 2, 3, 4 to A, and it look like that. And then you have these, like if you want to create a vector of consecutive integers, so for example 1 to 4, and then you get A is 1 to 4. Okay, you can use the repeat, the REP function, so it's a repeat 1 for 20 times, it look like this. Or you can repeat the vector of 0, 1 for 10 times, it will look like this. Okay, so you can actually create your own objects using these R functions listed here. So these are several basic functions, commands here, or functions here. If you want to create characters, for example, names, John, Cindy, and Jack, or age, 20, 19, 19, gender, MFF, and SAT. And then you can use the data.frame function to put these three variables together, and you just created a data frame. Okay. Look like that. Or you can just using one line, the data frame, the names equal to, the character vector, ages equal to numerical vector, and gender equal to numerical vector, SAT equal to numerical vector, and get the same thing. Okay. Okay, next is to learn more about an object. Once you have an object created or given to you, you want to learn about it. For example, if A is a vector, one function is the length. It tells us how long this vector is. The class, whether it tells us it's a numeric vector or a character vector, this kind of thing. And it's a dot vector that check if it is a vector and it's true. Okay. Second one, there are a couple of functions you can use to check on a data frame. And in R, there's some built-in data set that make it very convenient for you to practice R. One famous data is the ARIS data set. So look like that. So the str, the structure command, it gives you the name of the data frame and tells you how many observations, how many variables, and then the list of all the variable names and what type of data they are. The first four are numeric, and species is a factor, and it gives you some values for these variables. Okay, and class, it tells you it's a data frame, and then head, it will print out the first 6 rows of a data frame. Dimension, that tells you it's 150 by 5. Names is all the column variable names. Or you can have the dimension names. It will give you both the row names and the column names. You can also get a number of rows, 150, and number of columns. So if you have a data frame, you can immediately apply all these R commands just to take a look at the data frame. Okay, next topic is sampling from probability distributions. So you can draw random samples from probability functions, and there are many built-in probability functions. The most popular one is the normal distribution. So for example, here we are drawing a random sample of 100 from a normal distribution with a mean 5 and standard deviation of 5. So once we draw that, we can say plot out this histogram. It looks like that, and we can calculate the summary statistics to give you that 6 points, 5 points, 6 points summary statistic there. Okay, and for the same probability distribution, we can calculate the probability, the cumulative probability function. Use p norm. So this is, for example, this right up to 0, of course that's half, 0.5, or all the way to -2, it's 0.02275, all the way up to 2, it's 0.9772. Okay, we can calculate percentiles of standard normal distribution, for example. You can read more information about this function, Q norm function. So we can compute the 90th percentile, the 95th percentile, and 99th percentile. And these are useful when you are constructing confidence intervals. Okay. Next is statistic functions. For example, we want to conduct a t-test. We can generate a random sample of x with a sample size 100 from a normal distribution with the mean 1 and standard deviation 2. We can generate another random sample of sample size 50 from a normal distribution with mean 1.5 and standard deviation 3. Then we can just do t.test xy, and this will print out all the information from the 2-sample t-test. We can do a proportion test, so you can read more information about prop.test. X is the number of successes, N is the number of trials, so that's the denominator. And P is the true probability of success. And once we have these red parameters, we can use prop.test X and P, and this gives the information about proportion test. All right, and the next one is to work with the environment. Now, if you look at upper right corner, this is the environment. It shows all the objects we created after all the calculations. So here, we can use ls parentheses to take a look at all the objects available in the environment. So that's the list. For example, if we create another numeric vector TMP 1, 2, 3, and we list again, you can see TMP is there. And we can remove it, RM TMP, and you list again, and TMP is gone. Okay, so and of course for like housekeeping, I showed you when you are kind of finished doing everything, you just want to get out and you want a clean session of RStudio for the next time, you can just use remove list equal to ls parentheses. This will remove everything in the environment. Okay, so see on the right hand side, upper right, the environment, nothing is there. Okay, all right. I think these are some of the additional training, additional practices using base R. Thank you.